onto Quarry Road. At the stop sign, turn right onto Quarry Road. In half a mile, turn right onto Ford Street. At the light, turn right onto Ford Street. In 6.3 miles, take a slight right turn to merge onto I-75 North.
Heather with the news. Here, I'll do my stoning. Heather.
And he hasn't done that in quite a long time.
Oh, he hasn't?
No.
Sorry.
It's been a little while. It's all right. It's all right.
I'm thinking about it.
No, it's good. It's good. Okay, so I'm going to start. Yeah, I'm good with it. I'm going to start with some COVID news. Kind of some grim COVID news, unfortunately. Listen to this. In only 5 days, the U.S. added 1 million COVID cases. 5 days. Like, I remember, like, I'm kind of just now numb a little bit to these numbers because, like, I remember in the beginning when it was like, oh, we've got 10 cases in Michigan. I was like, oh my gosh, we've got 10 cases in Michigan. Like, that very first day, that seemed shocking. And now I hear 1 million in 5 days. And I'm like, oh, wow, we got 1 million in 5. Like, it's hard to actually comprehend, to process. So listen, from Tuesday to Saturday, just over 1 million new coronavirus cases were reported, which brings the total to more than 14.6 million confirmed cases and over 281,000 deaths. They say in a 13-hour period on Sunday, from midnight to 1 p.m., the country saw over 53,000 new cases and 327 deaths. That was in 13 hours. And unfortunately, experts say that this is likely only to get worse. So, buckle your seatbelts.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes. No, you can go, Jeff.
Well, I'm just curious. Like I think the elephant in the room, and I asked John and Tom this. I think I know the answer, but tomorrow we're supposed to find out, right, that all the restrictions are lifted. But they're probably not going to be. Like, do we know anything? What have sources said? Like, I gotta believe everything's gonna remain like it is now.
In my head, that's exactly what I think. I don't think that anything's going to change, but I hope that there's some sort of a compromise so that restaurants and casinos and everything else that have been closed down for these 3 weeks can somehow reopen. But I haven't heard anything. Have you, Tom?
No, this is strictly me guessing. I think we're going to go to 25% capacity restaurants and back to 15 for casinos. Just a gut feeling. There's a lot of pressure. There was a lot of restaurant owners came out strong last week and were pleading their case, not only in this state, but nationally. I mean, there was a guy from Michigan that was on Fox News that got a ton of publicity, owns a pony-type restaurant near the border, and he's like, how come I can, my customers can drive 20 miles
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
and get service and go in restaurants and they can't hear, So I think there's going to be some sort of compromise.
I hope there is. I hope that's what comes. But I think we have to wait and see.
And I think schools will be shut down other than private until after the holidays.
Yeah, I kind of.
Did you say 15% for the casinos?
Yeah, that's what it was, wasn't it, previously?
I don't know. I just know I enjoyed going down to the bookie or the sports books and making bets. So,
You got the car warming up, don't you?
I want to hop on that Michigan-Ohio State game when it's still 30 points.
Well, I need to get my Lions plus 8.5 next week.
Yeah, that's already been placed.
Well, yes.
That bet has been laid.
And by the way, if you're just joining the show,
Oh, no.
Tom Milliken told John Jansen that John was allowed to cream pie his face.
Whipped cream.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you did say cream pie. Cream pie his face, like a cream pie, his face, if the Lions don't cover.
I can't wait for Monday.
I didn't
I'm
say
excited.
it. I didn't say it.
We're going to do it on Twitch, and we're going to do it live.
Oh man.
Tom gets a pie to the face. My daughter has that game Pie Face, where you put whipped cream on it.
Yes.
Do you want me to bring that in for you guys? You guys can, you click it a couple times, and you get the pie in the face.
Well, will it go 6 feet?
Probably not. No.
I'm sure I can get
Just wear some bio suits. You'll be fine.
So a Michigan woman has now been charged with murder 17 years after her infant twin sons were actually found in the garbage. This story, it twists my insides because this is just so frustrating. This woman, 41 years old, from Holland, she was charged Friday with 2 counts of first-degree murder. So at the time when she gave birth, this was back in 2003, a waste management employee was emptying a huge garbage bin when he discovered the bodies of her twin sons. And at the time, it was never determined who the mother was. They knew that these twins were born alive and died later on, but they could never tell who the mom was. But thanks to some advances in technology, investigators were able to determine who they believe gave birth to these babies, and she was arrested during a traffic stop. And yeah, it's just like,
Can you imagine being the waste management employee and finding
no, not at all.
That's horrible.
No, and there's just so many other options, and I've read several articles about this. The one that I have is pretty short, but the woman did say, at the time, that she had planned on driving to the hospital, but then on her drive to the hospital with these 2 babies, she changed her mind and just threw them in a dumpster. What? What? Ugh. It's just
And she got away with it for 17 years.
Yes, she did. Which is even more disgusting. Okay, so I don't know if you heard this, guys, but Floyd Mayweather is apparently officially fighting Logan Paul. Now, Logan Paul is the brother of Jake Paul. So Jake Paul is the one that we just saw knock out, Nate Robinson?
Nate Robinson, former
So this is his
NBA.
brother. Yes, this to me seems, it doesn't really, to me, add up, because I know Floyd Mayweather is, a legendary professional fighter.
One of the best of all time.
Yeah, and Logan is 25 years old, and he has one professional fight under his belt. So, I can imagine how this is going to go, but apparently it's a go. It's set for February 20th. It will be available on pay-per-view.
You guys gonna watch?
No.
I am.
No.
Did you watch Tyson?
I've seen it since.
Oh, I watched. I watched Snoop Dogg do his thing, and then Tyson. Oh, it was great.
I
Tyson
guess-
still look good.
Snoop Dogg wants in on this fight, too. He commented on his Instagram about this, that he wants in. So,
To me, there's a big difference between Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson fighting an exhibition, right? Because we could know that they're 2 professional fighters. This, to me, between Floyd Mayweather and what's his first name?
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, if he's going to use this strictly for entertainment value, and he is going to mess with this young man as much as possible. If he goes in there and says, I'm going to take this like a real fight, Logan Paul could lose his life.
Yeah, but Floyd isn't that much of a crazy, powerful boxer. He's more about the
He is
defense.
a boxer.
No, I
and Yes, it is.
area.
There's no correct. You're
But, like,
correct.
aren't you annoyed with Floyd? Like, I know he's in his 40s. I know he's somewhat retired, but like these are the only fights he's taken. He did the one with McGregor, which
Right.
you knew he was going to win, which was awesome to watch, by the way.
It
And now
was.
he's doing it with a YouTuber. Like, give me a legit fight.
Money.
Yes.
Money. He's getting
All
paid. He's getting
about
paid a lot of. Yeah, it's
I heard he
always
has a
about
lot of
money.
that stuff.
He does. He
Yeah.
likes to spend it.
He likes making bets too.
Finally, guys, let me just get to Miley Cyrus quickly, okay? So Miley Cyrus is taking precautions during the COVID pandemic, and she actually revealed to Howard Stern how she's been
In 1
practicing
mile,
safe
take a
sex.
slight right
So,
turn to
you know,
merge
if you're
onto
interested in this,
I-75
take a
north.
listen. So she says to avoid any risky human interaction or human contact, right? She says that she's been having a lot of FaceTime sex. It is probably the safest way to engage in any sort of sexual interactions. She says, you know what? She's not going to get COVID, and she's not going to expose anyone else to COVID.
So how's that work?
So-
you just you call up on the FaceTime. The problem
Yeah,
is
yeah.
if she wants to have sex with somebody that doesn't have an iPhone, she's totally screwed.
She is.
Yeah.
She'd have to Skype
She'll
or
have to
Zoom, I
Skype
guess.
sex. Yeah, or
Yes,
Zoom
yeah,
sex.
yeah, or Zoom.
Or go-to-meeting sex.
Yeah, oh, yes,
She could do
that's
that.
probably the worst type, though.
Yeah,
The
yeah, that just sounds
go-to
weird.
sex. Yeah.
Like, how does that even
yeah.
work? Do you just text that person, hey, are you up for a little go-to-meeting sex later?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. Hey, are you online? Oh, I don't know.
Hey, have you ever had FaceTime sex, John?
Stay in the second lane
Yeah, I
for
didn't think it
right.
was right to ask Heather. So. I decided to say John in the middle of my question. I'm like, I'm going to ask Heather. No, I'm not. About face John.
Use
Is
the
that
right
time for a
lane to
break?
take a slight right turn to merge onto I-75
That's a
north.
yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to answer the question, are they angry about the Lions winning? We'll get to the calls next, and John will once and for all tell us if he had FaceTime sex. And how recent? 97 with a ticket.
In 7.4 miles, take exit 51C to merge onto I-75 north toward
No
Flint.
application fee. Need you to drive away with a payment designed to fit your budget. Get started today at
places in the U.S. that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2020 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Mike Capurro of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, call 877-734-2200.
$2,000 with the June Grand Slam. Thursday at 7:20 with Stoney and Jansen. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
Oh, that's right, 8:36. I'm Jack filling in for Stoney all week. Stoney back on Monday. We'll continue the calls with the lines. People are voicing if they're happy or sad that the Lions won the game yesterday. I know if you're not from here, it sounds like a silly question, but I think if you're a Lions fan, you understand why we're asking. But very quickly, I wanted to bring this up to you guys, and then we'll go back to the phones. So I'm looking at this tweet from Brendan Quinn, works for The Athletic. Michigan basketball played UCF yesterday. They won 80-58. At one point, they trailed. This tweet says the following. Michigan
In 2
is on a
miles,
16
take exit 51C to merge onto I-75 north toward
16
Flint.
to 18 run. Not a typo. Once trailed 28-16 with 8:56 left in the first half. Currently up 76-46 with 3:41 left. A 60-18 run. My God.
And a lot of that came from the bench. With Shawnee Brown, Dickinson. I mean, it just, at one point, I think that the bench, with like 3 minutes left, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if you heard the stat, but with like 3 minutes left, the bench for Michigan had outscored UCF by themselves.
I believe it. I haven't heard the stat, but I believe it. Yes. Big win over UCF. And Michigan State takes out Western Michigan 79-61 after almost losing on Friday. College basketball, no fans. It takes a little getting used to. Let's go to Lisa in Fenton. You're on the tip today, Lisa. What's going on?
Hi, Jeff and Zach, correct?
Yes.
Hey, Lisa.
Hi, guys. First, thank you so much for taking my call. And I gotta take this because I have like 3 sons, teenage sons, and they just listen to you guys all the time. So thank you for thank them too. They got me addicted to listening to you. Anyways, I am just as they want. I was like cheering on at the end of the day.
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 51C to merge onto I-75 north toward Flint.
Be happy for them. And I'm like, I know people don't want them to win because they're trained. And they could get a good player, but that's not guaranteed though.
Take the
Nothing in
exit,
life is
then keep left to
guaranteed.
merge onto
And
I-75 north toward Flint.
see how awesome they were with each other.
Use the left 2 lanes to keep left to merge onto I-75 north toward
He was
Flint.
so happy. He was supporting and he was like rooting for his teammates.
Keep left.
And they were as one. They were so happy together and they were like, they played hard. And another thing I feel, they did this because they got rid of those jerks. Patricia and
Yeah,
Quinn.
tell him. It's a good word.
Yeah, sure. They
I
didn't
agree.
like that man. Thank you so much. They did not like that Matt Patricia at all. They wanted proof of him. Because I know he was watching. I know he
Yeah,
was
he's watching.
Yeah, yes. But they wanted proof, those people, that they are awesome without that. And that coach Bella,
In
Jill
9.8 miles, take exit 61 to merge onto I-696 toward Lansing.
And good for him. And I know he probably won't be the coach, but good for him. I don't think they ever would. Patricia, I really don't think they ever did that.
No, I don't think so.
I'm very happy. Why can't we
Sure,
do
she was
that?
anti-hug. I think I know that for a fact. He didn't even like puppies. Yeah. But Lisa, thank you for the call. I mean,
And thanks for listening.
she's
Yeah.
fired coach to ask Patricia if he thinks he's going to get fired. And so I asked him the question, and he like pretty much sidestepped it like he did everything. He's like, we got to coach better, we got to play better, blah, 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 blah. I went, when the Rockets night this. On Wednesday was the next practice. I asked him another question, and all of a sudden, he knew my name. He's like, "What, Jeff?" And I'm like, "You know who the hell I am?"
All right.
Yeah. And then, so then one of the media members came up to me and said, "You know what that means, right?" And I'm like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "They've told him about you." I'm like, "What?" Yeah, because I used to tweet out the emojis, rocket and scientist, during my Twitter, during Lions games. I did the rocket scientist emojis. So he probably, I guess, heard about that. Then the next following week, on a Monday, I think it was, I go to Lions practice, and he's doing a radio interview with somebody. And I walk in, and I see Patricia in shorts. It's very cold outside. He's one of those dudes. And he stops his radio interview. He comes over to me. I can see how intrigued you are by this story. He gives me a bear hug, like puts one arm around me and the other arm kind of like hits me on the chest and says, "I'll be right in there, buddy."
Really?
That was our relationship, yeah.
You guys were close. So
We're tight.
what did it mean to you? How did it make you feel?
Well, John, I'm glad you asked. You know, it made me feel
Warm and fuzzy?
a little bit. It made me wonder if I should take it a little easier on him in the postgame show. But that lasted for all of 2 seconds. Then they lost the next week, and I'm like, yeah, gloves are off again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, hey, at least you got the hug.
We'll always have that moment.
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
Because not many of the reporters had that moment.
True. Not many of the players either,
No.
because I think they hated it. Yeah.
But it sounds like a lot of them, they're not going to be getting Christmas cards or exchanging Christmas cards.
Could you imagine if like Matt Stafford opens up his mailbox and it's a Christmas card from Matt Patricia?
Oh yeah, well,
Happy
how about
holidays,
if they went out last week, like he him and his wife were ahead of the game, because I've already started getting a few Christmas cards, and it arrives in your mailbox on last Saturday, right?
Oh, that's amazing.
Or, when the news breaks that he's no longer there, and you open it up and there is Matt and family.
I wish I had Darius Slay's address and Quandre Diggs' address, because I would make a Matt Patricia Christmas card and send it to both those men. Could you imagine?
Happy holidays.
Let's go to Butch in Farmington. You're on ticket. Hey, Butch, what's up, man?
What's up, brother? Thanks.
How are you?
Hey, you know, I was looking at Russ Wilson yesterday. These things up to join. I was wondering, you know, this team leads the country back with nothing but 46. All of a sudden, the guy who I look at as an MVP type, best player in the league, looking younger. And I think about my guy, man, because I'm looking at what John Hampton and the big step with the guy that took leadership. And I think to myself, that they never got stop there running back. He never got a great defense. No Aaron Donald, nobody on defense to think about. Nobody. The offensive line up until probably yesterday or this year has been in their worst. Just very close line. But here's Stafford who's supposed to overcome no running game. He's supposed to overcome the worst defense in the country. He should overcome a team that was 0-16 when they got him, broke record. And they have been over whenever he's injured. But Stafford, somehow, he should be the good team when he plays. When he plays good team, he should take these balls and win with the lead. But that is impossible. I don't expect Stafford to be the good team because he plays for the Lions. When Roger Staubach said Tom Landry, Stafford got Matt Patricia and Bruce Quinn and his grandmama running his team. So when you got those things up against you, I just don't expect, I don't know how Lions fans figure Stafford should win a playoff game. Not with that team. Not with the team that you expect that to do. Not with the team that never has a running game. 60 yards, he won anyway. The team only produced 60 yards rushing. I would like to know how many other quarterbacks did that. He also leads the country in comebacks. Things I look for in a quarterback. Can you be productive? Throw for 30 touchdown passes. Can you lead the team in comeback? Can you lead comebacks? Stafford wins with the line.
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
I I don't trust the Lions to come up with another quarterback as productive as Stafford.
The Lions are average. The Lions are average with Matt Stafford. Without him, you're right. They are not a good team. They can't win without him. But he's done nothing to show that they can take the next step with Matt Stafford. Now, he is a guy, I think, that if they put all of the right pieces around him, you can win with him, but you're not going to win because of Matt Stafford.
We can hit on that more. Matt Stafford, do you want him to stay with the new regime? Do you agree with the last caller, Butch? Do you agree with Jansen? 248-539-9797. A lot of people just lining up on the phone lines. They just want to say if they're happy or sad about the win. And, guys, there's a lot of reaction
In
to
2
caller
miles,
Lisa
take
on the
exit
ticket
61
text.
to merge onto
So we got to
I-696
read
toward
that as
Lansing.
well. 9 o'clock, Jansen takes you in the trenches. 97 won the ticket.
All right, guys, did you know that there's only 18 days until Christmas? It is right around the corner. So this Christmas, don't forget about the woman you love. Give her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all with soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas exclusively from our friends at Pajamagram. Sensuous and smooth, naturally nude pajamas will feel just like her own bare skin. She's going to actually love slipping into these every night because the texture and touch of naturally nude pajamas is so soft and luxurious, they'll melt away her stress. She will love the feeling of wearing next to nothing at all, almost as much as you do. So go right now and check them out online at pajamagram.com. And hey, listen to this. When you order today, you're going to get free gift packaging. That means you don't need to wrap a thing. So go beat the holiday rush and don't worry about fighting crowds at the stores. Just jump online at pajamagram.com and get your special woman these naturally nude pajamas. It's fast, it's easy, and delivery by Christmas is guaranteed. So go visit pajamagram.com. That's pajamagram.com and tell
Use the
them
right
Heather
2
sent you.
lanes to take exit 61 to merge onto I-696 toward Lansing.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Galling Kia. Things are picking up a little bit on the roads this morning, but it's been a pretty smooth drive so far. Coming up shortly, there's planned road work for 75 northbound Gratiot Avenue connector. A left lane closure is scheduled until 3. We want to see you in the Galling Kia. The Galling difference is now at Galling Kia of Madison Heights. Come in today for the Kia Command the Season event. Galling Kia of Madison Heights is now open on 14 Mile just east of John R. Trust the Galling difference. GallingKia.com, your Kia destination. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Helmet to helmet contact. Legal here.
Auto Parts.
This is Boomer Esiason with a Radio.com Sports Minute. New York fans were once again big winners on Sunday. Joe Judge's Giants delivered a statement victory at Seattle, while the Jets needed a miracle to maintain their one-game lead in the Tank for Trevor tournament. Cleveland also had something to prove. In Nashville, Team Mayfield finally demonstrated that it could handle legit competition, and rookie Kevin Stefanski advanced his case for Coach of the Year. Indianapolis' defense returned to health, and so did their playoff prospects with a big win in Houston. Taysom Hill threw his first NFL touchdown pass, is now only 399 behind Aaron Rodgers, and ran his record as a Saints starter to 3-0. New Orleans clinched a playoff spot, as did Kansas City, which outclassed Denver last night. Finally, Minnesota leapfrogged Arizona into the NFC 7th seed. The Vikings staved off 1-11 Jacksonville in overtime, although the loss was a win of sorts for the Jags, who also maintained their second overall draft status. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 16 toward M1 and Woodward Avenue.
Before you drive the all-new Nissan Rogue, you gotta ask yourself, how Rogue? Before you...
Acquaintance forgot and never brought
Take the exit.
This holiday season, remember the thousands of Michigan families who've lost loved ones to COVID-19. And remember to stay vigilant. Don't risk losing any of your loved ones. Make smart choices this year so everyone will be together at the table next year. Avoid indoor gatherings and wear a mask. Spread hope, not COVID. For tips, visit michigan.gov/holiday2020.
Keep right onto West 10 Mile Road.
We'll take a cup of kindness just for all I saw.
Use the second door.
A message from the Michigan Department of Health
What can give you a competitive edge in today's red-hot housing market? Rocket can. That's because Rocket Mortgage can give you a verified approval. It could help your offer stand out. Rocket Technology provides a rock-solid verification of your income, assets, and credit, giving sellers greater confidence in you. Go to rocketmortgage.com or call us today at 8338-ROCKET.
A verified approval is based on an underwriter's analysis of your individual financial information, appraisal, and title report. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license. 50 states and MLS Consumer Access.org number 3030.
This is Lila Lazarus. When an emergency happens, don't wait till it's too late to get the care you need. St. Joe's emergency rooms are safe and open, with stringent measures to make sure you get the care you need in a safe environment. Don't delay care. Visit the ER when needed.
When big things happen in Detroit sports, you hear it first on Detroit's #1 sports station, 97.1 The Ticket. Breaking news powered by Radio.com Sports and brought to you by Mercedes-Benz Vans. Find out how far an extra mile really goes. The Detroit Pistons host the New York Knicks in a preseason contest. Pre-game Friday night at 6:35 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Going for the back of the end zone and a touchdown catch for Jesse James. Terrific throw, and James with a good adjustment to snare it for 6.
Courtesy of Fox, 248-539-9797. John Jansen takes us in the trenches at 9 o'clock. I'm Jeff filling in for Stoney. Guys, we have a lot of calls to get to about the Lions, but there's a lot of ticket text as well about caller Lisa. Enrico from the afternoon show thought caller Lisa was so delightful that he's going to use her call on their show as well. I'm sure